An eargasm of learning and a no-fuss show. Welcome to the Creative Talk Podcast, where you can learn straightforward topics about branding, digital entrepreneurship, online business, and many more with your charming host, John Santos, along with inspiring entrepreneurs, creators, and thought leaders worldwide.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Creative Talk Podcast with me, John Santos. And today we have a very special guest. First, she is amazing. She is very beautiful. The hair, the smile, and everything. Super fanboy here. Super crush. I love her. I love her message. She is amazing. TV actor and comedian. A content creator. Not only that, a successful content creator with over 66,000 plus TikTok followers, guys. And not to mention Instagram and other platforms. But she is a superstar. She's passionate about humor and healing, creating content that, focus on healing, maybe mind, soul, life, and just making you smile. Let's all welcome our very special guest, very beautiful. I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's all welcome Hershey Neri. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Jan. I'm so excited to be here. And I'm so excited to be on your show. I love what you do. Aww. And you flatter me too much.
But you are very beautiful. And in spite of you being a superstar, because you are, we've talked about this offline for all the listeners and viewers out there. Hershey here is not only a content creator operating in new media, but she is also an actor, a comedian, writer in traditional media, TV, movie. So in spite of her being a successful artist, she's very humble, really, always having a great smile. She's studying. And, for me, that's a superstar. So again, Hershey, thank you. Super fan here. Give me your autograph, all right?
I just don't know how to respond to compliments. So thank you. People should learn that, how to accept compliments, right? So yes, thank you. Thank you.
Yes. So Hershey, I'm excited. Our listeners and viewers are excited to know who or what influenced you to be in this position of greatness that you are right now. Tell us your story. The floor is yours, my friend.
Wow, position of greatness. I think it all started 7 years ago. I actually celebrated my 7th anniversary just this week.
Wow.
If I may share my very dark story.
That's scary.
I grew up in a very, very normal, ordinary life. I was so sheltered. My life was always, home and then school and then home. And I just basically grew up in a safe place. And one day while I was walking to school, someone assaulted me. My ex-boyfriend saw me in the streets just a few feet away from our campus gate. And he strangled me in broad daylight. And after that, it was a whirlwind of events and my life was changed forever. And I tried to fight for justice. I tried to apply for like a case in school and they dismissed it because they said it technically happened 10 steps away from the gate. So it's not within campus territory.
Wow.
And back then I just took it as it is. I was 19 years old. I didn't really know anything about fighting for justice because this happened way before the Me Too time, right? And I had no idea that after you get assaulted, you should go to a hospital to file for a medical legal exam.
Right.
And I had none of these technical things. I only had my truth. So I kept fighting for it until there were court hearings, and there was a file, there was a subpoena, and I go to school with brown documents. Imagine being 19 years old and entering school with a brown envelope with all these legal documents. And 19 is where you're supposed to party and you're supposed to enjoy your senior year in college.
Right,
And
right.
I was fighting something so big, and it was my first time to experience you're in court and you have to prove that you're telling the truth. People would ask you, what were you wearing? Were you wearing shorts? Have you slept with this man? Did you like sleeping with this man? How many men have you slept with? And that's the reality of it. That's the reality of fighting for justice. And it was so unfair because instead of having to have justice, you're the one defending yourself. Right. You're the one having to prove that you're telling the truth. And I just felt so alone. I felt like I had no one to talk to because, again, this was very taboo back in 2015.
Right.
No one talked about assault. No one talked about court hearings and and I just used my voice online to just vent and to just share this really, really tragic thing happening. And I guess I found strength from a lot of women who messaged and said that they experienced the same thing, and they just they just messaged and said they hope they can find the courage to talk about it too. And that connection from different women in different countries, in different walks of life coming together, that's what gives me strength. And that's my whole purpose right now, is to prove to fellow survivors that you may be shaped by your past, but you are not defined by it. And you can have another chapter. And that's the funny thing, because right now I work as a comedian. I work to make people laugh. And
right.
A lot of people don't know, she has a very unhappy background.
Well, you mentioned about, you being a comedian. That's now, and you have this super serious and powerful core of, that shaped you of who you are right now. What happened in between? How did you become a comedian and jumping on forward, creating content that really touched people's lives and making them smile? How did that happen?
Well, even before the whole harassment incident happened, I was always a bubbly person. I was always the class clown. I was always the one doing jokes with people. It's just my personality. And when the whole harassment thing happened, I felt like I didn't know myself anymore, because I thought that, maybe this is my identity. Maybe this is going to be me for the rest of my life, a victim. Maybe that's who I will always be. And that's valid, that feeling is valid, because when you're in that position, it's so hard to see the light at the end of it all. It's just so hard. But then after a few years, I was reflecting and I said, this harasser, he's taken so much of my life. He's taken my college life away from me. He's taken my childhood away from me. He deprived me of having a normal life. And I don't want him to remove my very identity. And so I started being funny again. I started being myself, and it was just so empowering to rewrite and reclaim the narrative that, yes, I was a victim, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to be a victor now. I'm a survivor now.
I love that. Retake the narrative. And I love the part where you focused on changing the victim to the victor. So, that's an amazing mindset. I love that. And, I just love you so much because of hearing that story. No, because looking at you, I'm looking how you smile. I'm looking at your eyes. For all the viewers out there, you can tell that she is pure love, pure care, and that genuine power, that genuine energy that really touch people's lives is in her. It's because the authenticity, whatever happened, she transformed. It's not easy, obviously. It didn't happen over time, but it really transformed Hershey to this powerhouse that can share light and that can share love to the people that consume her content. That's how awesome she is.
Thank you, Janet. And you're right. It wasn't a quick thing, you know. You know how people say healing. There's no finish line, and healing isn't linear. And it took me years to find the peace and the purpose and the power that I have now, and it's all thanks to therapy. And that's one of my advocacies now. I'm taking my master's in counseling psychology right now because I'm so passionate about making healing accessible to a lot of people.
Love that. Love that. Guys, beauty, brains, love. It's a 100% power pack. But Hershey, you shared us the roots of where you started. It may be dark, but you really change the narrative. You bring back the power. Now you're creating content that are really making people's lives. You're changing the gameplay. You're not just making people smile. You're not just making comedy clips, or you're not just being funny, but there's a deeper meaning behind it. That's what make your content very powerful. Now, having said that, Hershey, we are now very excited. All our listeners and viewers are excited, including me, to learn from Hershey Neri tips for making great content online. Because Hershey is an expert content creator on TikTok, Instagram, traditional media. She's a TV actor and comedian. So, Hershey, the floor is yours. Please share some values. The floor is yours, my friend.
Okay, maybe the very first thing, the most crucial thing is find your why. Why are you doing this? And a lot of times, social media can make us feel overwhelmed with all these algorithms and numbers, and the trends come and go, and there's something new each day, and it can get really overwhelming. And sometimes you can get distracted by the numbers. But at the end of the day, know your why. Why are you doing this? And that will be your North Star. So I remember when TikTok started, I was very overwhelmed because TikTok is an entirely different platform altogether. It changed the game. And I remember feeling discouraged because it was so hard to grow your TikTok. But then I reflected and said, why am I so focused on getting the follower count or getting likes when in the very first place, all you have to do is share your story and inspire people, inspire women that they too can have a new chapter and they can heal. And it's okay. For me, it's okay even if, only 1,000 people see it or only 500 people see it. Because if you look at it, if you're inside a room and there are 500 people in a room, that's a lot of people.
Right,
so
right.
Why did social media make us think that 500 views is not a lot? So it's always reframing it to, why am I doing this? And when I stopped focusing on the numbers and focused more on the content, then the numbers will come. Because if you put out content that's genuine, that's authentic, and it's something that you have a heart for, that you're passionate about, then it's going to resonate with people who are in the same journey as you.
Love that. Love that. I share the same values. And when the first time I heard that similar context from Simon Sinek and focus on the why, it really gave me a different perspective on how you play the game, especially in content creation. Because you're right, it gets tedious, focusing on the metrics, focusing on the algorithm, which, by the way, is always changing. Plus your body, because you're going to be recording videos, you maybe outdoor travels, or like us that we keep on talking online. So you will get tired and you will question yourself, why am I doing this thing, instead of doing other things? So having a strong foundation really sets everything in the right path, clearing your journey and strengthening you to push forward in life and reach that success. So thank you, Hershey, for that. Any other tips that you have once you sorted out the why? Any other tips that you can add on pushing forward in creating content online?
Well, maybe in my journey right now, it's so easy to get distracted. Maybe in my personal stories, how IG Reels, you only get viral when you do a specific trend.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
so do you see how like people do the same trend and it's the same thing? And I tried doing that, but then I recalibrated, refocused, and said, I want to make original content too. So do you get what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And I totally agree, because, I was there in that position before also, that because you're focusing on, making hits, making your view count big, getting your reach wide enough, or growing online. So the main thing to do is hop on trends, right? Use this music. If everybody's dancing, you should dance. If everybody's lip syncing, you should do the same, which I don't, because I can't dance. So, but then again, if you'll be doing those kinds of things, yes, you may achieve a bigger hits or a wide reach, but then again, you will not be happy. Second, it will tire you, and you will lose that passion in doing what you need to be doing, because it's not
exactly.
It's not, you're not operating in an authentic way. You're just a robot operating on what the platform requires you to do, and it's not healthy. So I do get what you're saying, and it's so powerful. I love that you mentioned that. For all the creators out there, small, big, medium, online, guys, focus on the why and just have fun creating the content that that you are created to do. Coming from Hershey, a lovely, amazing content creator. Listen up. Hershey,
and
yes,
go. What I noticed was that when I will do these trends, yes, they'll generate likes, but the community that you have, they're more interested in original content. They're more interested in what they followed you for.
Right.
So, but I get that you have to have a balance. So yes, you can do trending content for like a couple of days a week, but you really have to focus on original content. So that's what I do. So maybe plan out like one major content a day. A week. Like that's your why, and something na in Tagalog pinag-isipan mo talaga. It's something that you really worked hard for, and can you help me translate? It's so hard.
Guys,
it's so hard when English
what Hershey is trying to explain is it's a sandwich method, right? So there you go, guys. Coming from a hungry host, a sandwich method where the first bread on top is could be hopping on trends like dancing or making outdoor shots, just the shallow part of content creation, make people smile and entertaining. And then I'll jump forward the another part, the side of another bread, the top and the bottom bread. Those are the types of content that is trending, that is literally entertaining, that would grab attention of people online. But in the center is connected to who you are and what you do as a brand, as a person, connected to your why and why you do things, the value, What message are you trying to share to the world? So like what Hershey said, like you can mix it up in a week. Like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you start off with creating funny videos so that you can captivate audiences, you can hook people to really consume your content, and then follow it up with valuable type of content. You're talking about your message, talking about your values, your
Advocacy.
story.
Yeah.
Yes, and just mix it up. And that's how you win the game. And that's how Hershey is winning the game online, maybe in Instagram or TikTok. So there you have it, Hershey. Amazing tip from an amazing human being.
Jan, can I just say that you're an amazing translator? Because you know how you have all these ideas in your head, but you can't seem to find the English words for it. So
Well,
that's the struggle.
I have a
English
feeling
is in
that
your
you will
first
pass the
language.
ball to me. I have a feeling that you will pass the ball. So while you were explaining, I was like translating it already. So it was bound to happen. Well, thank you so much, Hershey. You shared your story. It really gave us a good perspective of your journey. You gave us a powerful, direct to the point tip that could really change people's lives online and offline. Now, we will play a simple game. All right?
Okay, I'm ready.
We call this the Creative Fast Talk, which you are not allowed to spend much time thinking what the right answer would be. All right? From the questions that I'll be asking you. The first word that comes into your mind, boom, shoot. You need to be totally honest. All right?
All right. we do this in psychology.
Damn it, yes. I forgot. Guys, our guest can read our minds. Damn it. This will not work. All right. Okay. First question, sun or snow?
What? Sand.
All right.
Sand.
Second, structured or chaotic?
Chaotic.
Ooh, love that. Love or money?
Money.
There you go, guys. Love it. Chaotic, and it's all about money. Next, Hershey, if you were an animal, what animal would you be and why?
Oh, I'd be a brown horse.
Brown
galloping.
horse. So detailed. All right.
Yeah,
All
in
right,
the
okay.
wind.
All right. Love that. I will never forget you, Hershey. All right. Next.
Proud brown girl here.
All right. Popcorn and movies or dinner and dancing?
Oh, dinner and dancing.
Ah, love that. Next. Hershey, what are you afraid of?
Mice? Wait. That was the first thing that
Scary. They are. They can be. Yeah, they can
but
be
also
scary.
being forgotten.
Oh, no, but come on, guys. Why would you forget such a lovely lady like Hershey? No, I'm not going to forget you. Next. This is a really weird one. Movies or books?
Oh, both. Because I'm a writer and an actor.
All right. Since you mentioned that, name your top three. Let's go for top three's movie of all time.
I like Before Sunrise. Right off the bat, that's what I can think of right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, soap or toothbrush?
Toothbrush.
Right. All right. Okay. Hershey, what is your dream superpower and why?
Oh my god. I can't think about it, right? So I'm just gonna say whatever. Fly. I want to fly.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe I could think of something philosophical if I get a chance to reflect on it. But right now, it's flying.
All right. Next, this could lead into something serious depending on how you take the question. All right. If you have the power to bring back someone back from the dead, Hershey, who would it be and why?
Maybe my 19-year-old self. Like I feel like, that whole chapter has ended and that old self has died and I've been resurrected. And if I could talk to her, my 19-year-old self, I would hug her and tell her to drown out the noise.
There you go, guys. Powerful, powerful, powerful answer from Hershey dwelling in her inner phoenix.
I love that. I
love that. Love that. Yeah. Hershey, thank you so much for sharing your story, giving us valuable insights, and, just being silly in playing our simple game here in the show. I know you have a lot of projects online and in the media world. Feel free to promote it. The floor is yours, my friend.
Please follow Hey Hershey on Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube, and Hershey Neri on Facebook. I mostly post about healing and humor. So it's a mix of things about healing and also some comedy skits.
There you have it, guys. Please do connect with Hershey. I'm sure she can help you in your journey towards success. Always remember, guys, have a positive outlook in life. Smile, and God bless. Bye.
Thank you for being with us here on the Creative Talk Podcast. I'm your host, John Santos. Don't forget to listen and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. See you again, always.